At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The following audio contains a personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may contain income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.
Okay, hello, welcome to OPTAVIA's Inspiring Stories of Transformation. My name is Vonda Livingston, and this is my good-looking husband, Ian.
Hi there.
And we live in the Atlanta, Georgia area, right in Roswell, Georgia. And we are so excited to be here with you tonight. I'm going to share a little bit about my own story, and we've got a few others that are going to just share. I started my journey almost 8 years ago. Almost 9 years ago. Okay, I'm almost a year later. I was a stay-at-home mama with 3 little girls. They were 7 months old, 4 and 5, and Ian was flying 747s all over the world. I remember right before I bought my coach kit, calling Ian, and he was in Hong Kong, and I said with incredible enthusiasm, "Oh my goodness, baby, we could be health coaches." And Ian laughed because y'all, we were foodies. But then he became my very first client. And right before OPTAVIA came into our lives, we had really just sat down and we had imagined what our life would look like in 10 years. We fast forwarded and our daughter would be 16 or 15. And we had said no right before OPTAVIA came to our lives. We had said no to a $43,000 franchise opportunity. But y'all, we were searching. We were desperately wanting a change, but we just needed the right opportunity. So I started to build our business on the playroom floor. I love to say I was sitting on that playroom floor with a little earpiece in my ear with my 7-month-old crawling around and my 4-year-old playing Cinderella dress up and dressing up the baby too. And our 5-year-old was in kindergarten then. But again, my thing was I felt isolated as a mama, as a stay-at-home mama, while Ian was traveling all over the world. And this was a huge blessing for me.
So I was in the Air Force for 15 years, flying KC-135s primarily, and then left the Air Force and started flying for a cargo company, flying 747s like Vonda said. And I was doing an international route where I was gone about 18 days every month. And honestly, it was just a really hard lifestyle. So that's why we were looking for a way to get into some other business that would allow me to come home and leave that lifestyle, because it was just really, I was not enjoying it. And so long story short, this was that opportunity, although when we first encountered it, we didn't realize this was going to be that opportunity. My last flight was January 2013 as a pilot for a commercial airliner, and I haven't flown since. And we've been doing this. I came home to do this full time with Vonda in January 2013 and have loved every minute of it. It's a great community. It's been a huge blessing. We love what we do. I will say that it's been a lot of hard work. It has been required a lot of discipline, a lot of listening to our mentors, a lot of following the systems, and a lot of
each other's toes.
Yeah, occasionally stepping on each other's toes.
Learning to dance.
Yes, it's wonderful working with Vonda, but it had some challenges because it was a totally different dynamic. It was all my fault. It was a totally different dynamic, but I'll tell you, this has required a lot of personal development, and just like any business, I guess honestly though, having never been an entrepreneur before, I imagine any business, whether it's a brick and mortar or something like this, you're only going to get out of that business what you put into it, and this one is no different. You are never going to get more out of this than you put into this, and an integral part of that is personal development, listening to your mentors, following the systems, and being committed to working hard.
Yeah, and I think the grit and the tenacity, that is huge. So consistency really, really does pay off. Okay, so worldwide statistics. Here we go. Okay, can I see that? Okay. Worldwide obesity has nearly tripled since 1975. Most of the world's population live in countries where overweight and obesity kills more people than being underweight. And the American statistics, almost a third of adults with partners, 31% report that money is a major source of conflict in the relationship. 69% of workers were stressed over the finances, with fully 72% admitting to worrying about their personal finances at work. And in July 2020, rates of depression and anxiety in the US were more than triple those of early 2019. So the simple question, how are you, has turned into an emotional minefield. So the next beautiful, lovely, beautiful woman that we have sharing tonight, she is a dear friend of ours. We love her family. We are friends with their family. They are just precious. Shannon lives over in Portland, Oregon area, and she's going to come to you tonight and share her story. Shannon?
And you're still
Shannon, just unmute.
Shannon.
Hi, guys. Hi, thank you so much for the introduction. What a great night. Is anyone else thirsty? I got my water right here. It's such a pleasure and an honor to be here. Hi, I'm Shannon. I'm Shannon Cholman Gleason. I'm a mom to 4 incredibly and resilient kids. I am a coach partner to a team of incredible clients and coaches, and I'm an independent OPTAVIA health coach. I'm coming to you all live today from my home in Lake Oswego, Oregon. I wanted to start by saying congratulations for being here tonight with me. I say congratulations because you being on tonight means you're committed to your health, and that can be super hard to do. So congratulations. I've been asked to share my story of transformation, and what an honor. If I had to put my story into a pretty little headline, it would be breaking free from the truth and the lies. The truth being all the things and thoughts and people who feed my true identity and my purpose in my one life. And then of course there's the lies, those being the things, the thoughts, the people, and fears that distract me from my purpose and my best life. Can you guys relate to that? Put a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with this. So my daily decision as the authority contending over my life is to, ready for it? Live in truth, war with authority, with the lies. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself. This warring that has been happening my entire life, I've reflected on some moments even in my formative years. I recognize them. Yet as I've aged, turning 50 this year, woohoo! And I've grown in wisdom and experienced hurts that I've redeemed as valuable life lessons, right? Come on. I'm more and more aware and honestly stand in awe of this ongoing tug of war in my life. You ever take a step back sometimes and do like a little detachment and go, dang, I've been through a lot. It is truly the OPTAVIA value, obstacle is the way, playing out. And just like the value encourages us to, I have absolutely embraced these lessons. I like to organize these lessons of mine into sort of chapters in my life story. My break free story, made up of many stories of tug of war breakthroughs. Are you thinking of some of yours right now? One of the largest chapters or greatest chapters since the birth of my son, Alex, age 14, born with significant disabilities, joining what we now know as OPTAVIA. Not to rush through the many break-free wins, like the first glorious week I broke free from sugar addiction, enjoyed the spike in healthy energy that basically revived the best mom my kids could ever imagine, 75-pound shed in less than 6 months, results not typical. Or then the added decision to multiply this personal win by coaching others and share in their wins. I became the essence of a come with me girl. This is too good to keep to myself. I had to invite my friends. So for me, this formerly obese and functioning, depressed and self-isolated mom of 4, people pleaser waiting to be rescued, is experiencing wins stacked upon wins and has created a life of hope. Did you get that? Created. Faithful expectancy and abundance in all areas, but especially in the area of my mindset. You see, when you're on a winning streak in areas of your life that you've chosen to forge or create, you stand taller, you show up better, and you attract amazing, abundant people. This mindset and these people and these personal healthy wins, along with my deep-rooted faith, are what I had best set up for myself when an unexpected tragedy happened to me. It is a real story, isn't it? Good stories have tragedies. I broke free into winning, and I became committed to creating more health, more learning, more inviting, more impact, more awareness, more freedom, more. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, everyone else here knows what I mean, right? Because you're here, you're winning. Let me get this, take this down. And then let's talk about that tragedy I just mentioned. If I could, I would insert a record player scratch. On December 12th, 2018, just 6 weeks after a full apron skin reduction, 13 pounds of skin taken off, which was something I dreamed of being able to do for myself for many years. And I've absolutely worked hard at losing pounds. My husband was taken away in handcuffs for domestic abuse. I found myself a single mom of 4, overcome with shock, grief, paranoia, all necessary responses to trauma, but also the feelings that feed easily into my biggest enemy, fear. I was drowning in emotion. The smack of reality of the curtain of domestic abuse that had been pulled back so abruptly tempted me into victimhood. Yet I made the decision, rooted out of all that personal growth, winning with the earlier tugs of warring, supported by incredible coaches like Vonda and Ian, Becca and Kevin, Doug and Tia, Megan Gutman, and clients around me who modeled for me what it takes to be a fear kicker. I stopped, challenged, and chose to make a commitment that I would show up as a contender and never again make a decision led by fear. I broke free from fear. I broke free into victory. There are days I battled hardcore. Anyone else have those days? I wanted to quit. I wanted to isolate. But all those healthy people around me, the ones that came in during my warring season, they showed up to war with me. These are my truth teachers, so I didn't quit. I recognized the value of actually feeling the feels that I was created to experience with pain and disappointment instead of stuffing them down, avoiding them, sweeping them under the rug, or drowning them with food. When I became overwhelmed, do you know what I did? I stopped, challenged, chose, and I asked myself two simple questions. What is the truth? And what can I do today? So sometimes you picture the little cartoon, Angel and the Little Devil. We're warring. And the more I wore, the truth side gets bigger and stronger. My story continues. I had a COVID chapter. Anyone else have a COVID story? The pain redeemed, the forgiveness chapter, the thyroid shutting down chapter, the co-parenting family redefined chapter, the we got a puppy chapter, I'm a single mom able to support my 4 children all on my own chapter and send them to private school. And my son is about to start driving chapter. I don't know what chapter you find yourself in today. Maybe you're in the divorce chapter. Maybe the scarcity chapter. Maybe the I've gained some of my weight back chapter. How about that I'm sick and tired of having to say no to my dreams chapter? Whatever you find yourself in, know from my story that this isn't the end of your story. It's just a chapter. One day, maybe not now, I dare say you may even be able to embrace it. My break-free stories of truth, winning, victory continue. And I love how I can point them back to that baby fair kicker decision, that one I made 7 years ago to get physically healthy. I mean, can you believe that that decision created such incredible momentum for me to be a break-free victor in life? In keeping with the story theme here, little footnote, let's not forget to recognize that I've had a front row audience of 4. Will we ever fully understand the legacy we are leading as we are authoring our best life? Maybe one day. Beyond my biggest prayers, you guys, beyond my biggest prayers. So I turn to you, fellow truth seekers, pain redeemers, legacy leaders, stop challenge choosers, victors, and my co-presenter here tonight, Heather. Wait till you hear her story. We say, come with me, come with us. Congratulations, you belong here. And I love your break-free stories, past, present, and the ones you have yet to write. I am break-free story.
Wow, Shannon, my friend, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I know so many can identify. We love you. We love your family. Okay, OPTAVIA's story, our credibility. Before I go into the details of our transformational program, I'd like to give you a little background on who we are. So who is OPTAVIA? We are a company committed to providing solutions for creating optimal health. We are over 30,000 independent OPTAVIA coaches and healthcare professionals. Co-founder and independent OPTAVIA coach, Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, is New York Times bestselling author. We are so grateful for him, and our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. Medifast Inc. is our parent company and clinically proven plans, and our products are developed by physicians, dietitians, and scientists, and have been used by more than 1.5 million clients, recommended by thousands of healthcare providers. We are an American company that owns its own research and development, manufacturing, and warehousing facilities. We have a strong corporate and field leadership. We are on the New York Stock Exchange company, financially solid. We are US based and over 1.5 million lives impacted. So lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The 4 components of our system, you get an independent OPTAVIA coach, someone to cheer you on, guide you along, encourage you, someone in your corner, guiding you along on your journey. You have the Habits of Health transformational system, the life book. The book I mentioned earlier is a game changer because this is a lifelong journey of health. This is not a diet. This is not a short-term solution. We also have our amazing OPTAVIA community. As you can hear, even in the call in the last 30 minutes, these beautiful stories of transformation and hope. We have tons of great recipes that are listed in different places within our OPTAVIA community, but also just, you're not alone. You do not have to do this journey alone. And then we have scientifically designed fuelings, natural ingredients with everything. There's no guesswork. There's no like standing in the kitchen, fixing 6 meals a day. We are providing this for very, very busy lives, which most of us have, right? So what we offer is the trilogy of optimal health. Coaching uses a combination approach of one-on-one, team, and community support for clients and patients, providing guidance and encouragement. So the coach focuses on their clients' values, needs, vision, and goals in 3 principal areas: the trilogy of optimal health and well-being, healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finances. And our community of coaches are striving to not only improve areas of their own lives, but also improve the lives of all that they connect with. So today we are going to focus on these 3 powerful areas of your life. We'll begin with healthy body and focus on physical well-being. And then we'll look at a healthy mind and improving your mental well-being. And then finally, we'll explore how to achieve financial well-being.
So the benefits of becoming an independent OPTAVIA coach, it reinforces your own decision to be healthy. It allows you to pay it forward and make a difference. It's fun, it's rewarding, it's great helping other people. You get to leave a legacy. Anytime you help others and pour into other people's lives, you're having a lasting impact. The compensation is great. And just the currency of goodwill. There is no cap to your income. So the more people you help, the better you're compensated. And earnings are really just based on the effort you put in. As I mentioned earlier, you get out of this what you put into it. But the more people you help, the more you're compensated.
And I think for us, that leaving a legacy is huge because our daughters have pretty much grown up in this business. They hear us talking to our clients and our team of coaches, and I think they could probably have their own clients right at 9 years old. But hearing mom and dad be able to pour into others' lives and make a difference is just so meaningful to us, knowing that that's how we're raising them to go out and make a difference in the world. Our progressive growth model: OPTAVIA coach, the business coach, and then the business leader. So OPTAVIA coaches move through these 3 competencies, and you can learn one competency and then move to the next one. Coaches acquire and support clients. And in addition to acquiring and supporting clients, a business coach acquires and works with coaches to teach them how to be successful. And then a business leader works with clients and builds teams of coaches and business coaches. So the degree of compensation will follow these skill sets and the level of activity. So now we are heading out to San Antonio, Texas, to this little fireball. Heather Hudson, the word that always comes to mind for Heather, she also is a precious friend of ours, but is overcomer. She is going to share her story tonight with you, but Heather, girl, you take it away.
Thank you. I'm sitting here as an emotional wreck already, and I haven't even told my story. So Shannon, you did amazing. So my name's Heather Hudson, and I am an OPTAVIA coach out of San Antonio, Texas. I am a business coach, and I am a business leader. Who would have ever thought that? I don't know if they could still see the pictures, Vonda and Ian, but if you look at the pictures, my before picture was a picture of me and my son, and my daughter was there as well, but I was in Kuwait, and that actual picture was in Dubai. And I share this with you because I was a surviving provider, not a mama. I was broken and I was hopeless. And that was one memory that we had in Dubai. And some people say, oh, Dubai, Dubai, oh my gosh, you were in Dubai. And yes, we were in Dubai, but for a very brief time. And then I went back to work. And that was my story up until 2014. I've always been a single mom. It's not a poor, pitiful me. It's just a result and consequence of choices that I made, which resulted in me always having to work and to be a provider. In 2009, I was working 3 jobs. I was raising 2 children alone, and I was in school on my master's degree. I had an opportunity to go overseas to Kuwait as a contractor, and I took it. Right, wrong, or indifferent, that's what I felt that I needed to do to provide for my children. And I'm sure that many of you can relate to that, right? There's no handbook to being a parent. However, it created a lot of issues between me and my children. My children were very, they didn't understand. All they knew that was mom was gone, but all mom knew is that I wanted to provide and give them a quality of life, regardless of whether I was there or not. So fast forward, 2014, because my daughter said she wanted me home for her senior year, and I made that happen. I gave up a lot of memories, creating memories, a lot of moments to provide for my children. And I was in a workhorse mentality. And in 2014, I came home, and if you were on the call, Tish Hudson, that's my mother, my beautiful mother. And because of her, yes, I'm here today. And I'm a mama now too. And I'm not just a provider. My son had said to me at one point, he said, Mom, you know, you've always been there to provide, but you haven't always been a mom, but you found health coaching. And I said, no, I didn't find health coaching and want to be a mom. I found health coaching and I'm able to be a mom. So I now have hope. I now have just a joy that no one could ever take away from me, because I've always been a servant leader, but I just didn't ever direct it in the right ways. I was always helping people and getting hurt as a result of that. One of the things that I contended with all my life was worthiness and not being enough. And in 2014, when I began my journey to health, I lost 85 pounds. I found the man of my thought. I became a global director in 2016, and I got married. And in 2.5 months, the man that I married and I thought was the man of my dreams and everything was perfect, left me after 2.5 months on a trip for coaches. He created a very unsafe place in my happy place. I was broken, and he validated that I was not worthy and that I was not enough. And I retreated. I withdrew. I turned to alcohol. I turned to tobacco, and I'm just being authentic, because whoever it is that's watching right now, I want you to know that you can come back, you can overcome, and that you're a part of a community that loves you, that will pray for you, that will believe in you, that will speak truth in you, and keep showing up for you when you're not able to show up for yourself. And that is what happened with OPTAVIA. It took a while, but because I was a coach, because I had people that needed me, I was able to come back, and I was able to get back on my feet, and I was able to realize that it wasn't about me. It was about the people that needed me. And that's where my worth came from. So I've learned that I'm worthy. I've learned that I'm enough. How did I overcome? How do I stay consistent? Is that I learned to behave out of structure and not emotion. You see, when I was broken, I retreated and I didn't show up anymore. I wasn't operating out of structure. What that means is that we do it anyways. We just do the hard things, and when we keep showing up, we feel better about the things that we're doing. There was no more excuses. My motto is deuces to excuses. Just no excuses. I'm going to get it done because I have people watching me. I have people that need me. The accountability is real, not just but on a business coach level. You know, this opportunity of being a coach will change the trajectory of your life. It will change the legacy of your children. It will allow you to be present. We work hard. But it doesn't even seem like it's hard because we're serving others. But you have to do the hard things. You do have to do the personal development. You do have to keep showing up. Just following the system. There is I was actually in the process of buying a franchise when I found coaching. When I came home from Kuwait, my one prayer to God was that I would never have to leave my children. I didn't know what that meant. I just asked that I did not ever have to leave my children again. And so I was purchasing a franchise at that time, and coaching came into my life, and I thought I could do them both. And the more that I became a coach, the more integrated I became, the more I realized I didn't really want a brick and mortar. I wanted to be able to work when I wanted to work and work around the things that mattered most and not have to be a 9-to-5. But see, so many of us are stuck in that 9-to-5 mentality, and that we have to have a paycheck coming in on Friday. And we would just have that security and take a leap of faith and step into something that will change your life forever. So I don't know, my phone went out. Let me check my timer, guys. I'm sorry. I just want to encourage all of you to really step into yourself, to step into believing in yourself, lean into your coaches. To whoever is watching, you are enough. You are worthy. And it just takes one little word, YES. And today I just want you to make a decision to change your future, change your legacy, the trajectory of your life. And I also just want to say thank you to Vonda and Ian for this opportunity. Thank you to my mom for her yes. Thank you for praying for me. And thank you for being there for me and leading me when I was not leadable or coachable. I want to say thank you to my community, my tribe, because you guys keep me accountable. You make me show up every day, even when I don't want to, I do. So thank you for that. And I wanted to say thank you to Dr. Anderson. Thank you, Dr. A, because you changed my life, my family's life. You allowed me to become a mama to a third child. I have an adopted son now. Who would have ever thought? So I was able to save life. I was able to be a mom to my 2 children, my biological children, and I'm able to help people break through. Thank you, Vonda and Ian.
Wow. Oh, Heather. Oh my goodness. Love that. Love you. Love you so much. Okay. How does it work for coaches? So we are self-employed, independent. We're full-time or part-time income opportunities, low startup and operating cost, no inventory. We can work from anywhere. Ian and I have traveled all over the place and we just work from everywhere and we love it. We've flexible business for really busy people, and then complete training and support. So what kind of support does a coach get? A comprehensive, duplicable training system. You learn as you earn. You work with a business coach and a mentorship team. And we employ team coaching, so you apprentice as you grow. So our motto is like, we leave no coach behind. We're here to really support our coaches, and you work at your own pace. This is, again, part-time, full-time. You can just work at your own pace. And again, we have great opportunities for training events. We're having a national convention right here in our backyard in Atlanta, and not really in our backyard, but really close, at the World Congress Center in July. So if you could sign up for that, we would love to have you be part of our community, whether you're a client or whether you're already a coach. So you might decide to get started with the program today, or you might decide that you want to go ahead and begin paying it forward as well. Connect with the person that invited you on this call tonight. And it is so good, again, to host y'all tonight. Have a great evening. And again, we hope to have you back on next week. Okay, bye-bye.
At OPTAVIA, our mission is to offer the world lifelong transformation, one healthy habit at a time. The previous audio contained the personal testimonials of independent coaches and clients within the OPTAVIA community. Their results are based on the unique experiences of their journey. We cannot guarantee like or similar outcomes. We hope these stories inspire you to continue your journey with or join OPTAVIA, but please note that they have not been verified and your individual path to optimal health will vary. As always, it is our recommendation that you speak with a healthcare provider or doctor prior to beginning your journey with OPTAVIA. Additionally, this audio may have contained income or earnings representations of some independent OPTAVIA coaches. The stories shared reflect the unique experience of a very small percentage of OPTAVIA coaches and should not be relied upon by prospective or current OPTAVIA coaches as an indication of what they should expect to earn. We cannot guarantee financial success. Success with OPTAVIA results from successful sales efforts which require hard work, diligence, skill, persistence, competence, and leadership. OPTAVIA acknowledges that this audio may be accessible to OPTAVIA coaches in the U.S., Hong Kong, and Singapore. For OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S., please see the OPTAVIA Income Disclosure Statement for statistics on actual earnings of U.S. coaches under the U.S. Compensation Plan. Please note that the Income Disclosure Statement only applies to independent OPTAVIA coaches operating in the U.S. under the U.S. Compensation Plan and does not in any way constitute any representations as to actual or potential accrual of benefits for Hong Kong or Singapore coaches under the International Compensation Plan.